Springfield Board of Mayor and Aldermen meeting for August is called to order. Please stand and we'll have our pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
The approval of the minutes from the regular meeting of the Board of Mayor and Aldermen held on July 16, 2019. Do I hear a motion?
So moved.
Do I hear a second? I don't see anything. Okay. Motion made by Mr. Harris, seconded by Mr. Hubbard. Are there any changes? All those in favor say aye. Oh, you punched the button. No? We did the same thing? Okay. Sorry. This is new. Forgive me. I've only done it one other month. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? 1.3, our public hearing. Ordinance 19-17, an ordinance amending the fiscal year 2020 annual budget for the City of Springfield by amending certain general funds and utility funds operating budgets. If there was someone that would like to speak for the public hearing, please come forward and state your name. You have 2 minutes to speak. If there's no one that would like to speak, the public hearing is closed. 2.1. Discuss and possible take action on Ordinance 19-15 on a third and final reading. An ordinance amending the City of Springfield Department of Utility Service and Practice Policies. Do I hear a motion?
So moved.
And a second? We do this by our computer. Motion made by Alderman Hubbard, seconded by Alderman Sneed. Discussion, gentlemen. Okay, we're ready to vote. Anyone like to change their vote? Okay.
Motion passes 6-0.
Thank you. 2.2, discuss and possible take action on Ordinance 19-17 on a second reading. An ordinance amending the fiscal year 2020's annual budget for the City of Springfield by amending certain general funds and utility fund operating budget. Do I hear a motion? Motion made by Alderman Hubbard and it's seconded by Alderman Harris. Discussion, gentlemen. No discussion? Call for the vote. Anyone like to change their vote? Please record.
Motion passes 6-0.
2.3, discuss and possible take action on Ordinance 19-18 on a first reading. An ordinance rezoning 49 parcels located in the 9th Civil District from Commercial General District, Commercial Services District, or R7 High Residential District to Core Commercial CC District. Need a motion? And a second. Motion was made by Alderman Hubbard and seconded by Alderman Trotter. Discussion, gentlemen.
Read it.
That's right. She needs to read it. It's a first reading. She does a good job keeping me straight.
Ordinance 1918, an ordinance rezoning 49 parcels located in the 9th Civil District from Commercial General District, Commercial Services District, or R7 High Density Residential District to Core Commercial District. Whereas a petition was presented to the Springfield Planning Commission requesting certain parcels and portions of right-of-way located on 10th Avenue West, 11th Avenue West, 12th Avenue West, South Main Street, South Cheatham Street, and Central Avenue be rezoned from Commercial General District, Commercial Services District, or R7 High Density Residential District to Core Commercial District. And whereas, after discussion and review, the Springfield Planning Commission established a boundary containing 49 parcels and portions of right-of-way totaling approximately 21.67 acres. Whereas, the City of Springfield Planning Commission has reviewed the request and voted with a favorable recommendation for these parcels and portions of right-of-way to be rezoned. Now therefore be it ordained by the Board of Mayor and Aldermen of Springfield, Tennessee as follows. 43 parcels and portion of right-of-way totaling approximately 19.17 acres located on 10th Avenue West, 11th Avenue West, 12th Avenue West, South Main Street, and South Cheatham Street, and being more fully described by Exhibit A attached, are hereby rezoned from Commercial General District to Core Commercial District. 3 parcels and a portion of 1 parcel and portion of right-of-way totaling approximately 1.62 acres located on South Main Street and being more fully described by Exhibit B attached, are hereby rezoned from Commercial Services District to Core Commercial District. 2 parcels and a portion of 1 parcel and portions of right-of-way totaling approximately 0.88 acres located on South Main Street, South Cheatham Street, and Central Avenue, and being more fully described by Exhibit C attached, is hereby rezoned from R7 High Density Residential District to Core Commercial District. This rezoning shall become effective following its third and final passage as required by law.
Thank you, Ms. Brickles. Discussion, gentlemen. Yes, sir, Mr. Harris.
Can Mr. Brewer explain the gist of what this means?
Mr. Brewer, will you come to the mic, please?
Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
We received a petition concerning a parcel on Cheatham Street and an inquiry about rezoning that 1 parcel, and it was deep inside the CG district. And we discussed it with the individual who was representing that parcel owner and explained that we wouldn't be able to just rezone that parcel. And the reason it came up was because CG is zoned such that residential houses are non-conforming. And the gentleman had remodeled the house and wanted to sell it, and the bank wouldn't make a loan because we will not give a letter that states in the event that the house is destroyed, he can rebuild it. So his representative went out and started talking to the people in this area, and he got 25, 30 people to sign a petition and presented it to the Planning Commission, and we had a discussion, and we started off with the areas that we thought were good, but by the time we got through, they had added more properties. They had added the houses on Central Avenue that were on the west side in the CG district to be included in this, because in CC, residential is allowed. And so that's the main gist of this, is that these houses, these existing residential structures, in the event that they're destroyed, they can be rebuilt. And, you know, the CG district is, for lack of a better phrase, somewhat of a light industrial district that allows exterior storage and things of that nature. CC is just like our downtown is zoned. It allows for you know, very specific, like storefronts or multi-residential even, and things of that nature. So the next meeting, we sent out 95 letters, and we had quite a crowd, and everybody showed up in support. All of these people showed up in support, and you know, they even mentioned that it's the potential of this rezoning in that area has the potential for a revitalization of that area, because, you know, somebody could look at coming in and buying up some of these parcels and possibly doing condominiums or multi-use.
So it's looking at it as a good thing.
They're looking at it as a good thing, yes. So all the commercial zoned properties, they're already commercially zoned, so they're, I would say, I can't guarantee it, but their appraisals probably won't go up Maybe the residential appraisals will go up, but
If this goes through, is there any downside to it? I mean, is there any that you see?
not that I see, no. We'll clean up the area over time as the parcels change ownership. The uses will disappear, and so we won't see any exterior storage, things of that nature. So yeah, I think that it'll eventually give Springfield a nicer area. It'll enlarge our downtown core, give us the opportunities for some really nice revitalization.
Covering a pretty extensive area.
Yes,
Is it not?
it is.
So what was the difference, though, in the, it's just where the parcels are located, that it's 43 on one and 3 on another, and then 1?
Right, we have 43 in this core commercial general that will go, and then we have 3 that are zoned commercial services that will go to the CC, and then we have 3 in a portion that will go from residential R7 to the CC as well.
Thank you.
Alderman Hubbard?
Yes, I concur with everything you said, and I had the pleasure of talking to the gentleman who was spearheading the petition and stuff. But in the last, if you notice, in the last 8 to 9 years, there was a lot of neglect and decay. And so revitalization, understand me, making it look better and stuff, and some of the suggestions that he had, as you said, condominiums and medium-sized apartments and stuff like that. And I think it's a great idea.
Okay. Other discussion before we call the roll?
Need to make an amendment, Mayor, but it won't let me.
Oh, okay.
You got me blocked over there.
No, but
You got me blocked like Facebook.
Alderman Sneed would like to make an amendment.
I'd like to make an amendment to add these parcels to the main motion.
To the CC.
Oh, you got it in writing. Okay.
Six of those parcels are zoned R7 and 1 is zoned CS.
Okay.
And we will, if y'all vote to amend, we will add that to the original motion.
Where are these parcels located?
You want me to read it? You want to read it?
1028 Pepper Street, 1030 Pepper Street, 1032 Pepper Street, 200 12th Avenue West, 202 12th Avenue West, 204 12th Avenue West are all to be rezoned. They're all R7. And then 1111 Bats Boulevard is zone CS.
And those R7s are right behind, 12 cuts to the, if you were going north, 12 cuts to the left, and they're right behind the existing CGs that we're going to change already.
Okay, so we have an amendment on the floor. Do we have a second?
Second.
Okay, we have a second.
Is the planning commission aware of?
They were aware that there could be possibly more requests coming in. We had discussed that.
You feel like they're in agreement with that?
They would be, yes, sir. I feel confident that they would be.
Thank you.
I mean, the citizens are in agreement with it. It's just, it's time to move beyond the neglect.
Okay. Anyone else? Okay,
We're voting on the amendment.
we're voting on the amendment. Anyone need it reread? So you know what you're voting on. Everybody good? Ready for the vote? Would anyone like to change their vote? You can record the votes.
Amendment passes 6-0.
Okay? Back on the amended motion. Any more discussion?
Ready to vote.
We're ready. No discussion? We're ready to vote. No one like to change their votes? Record the votes, please.
Motion passes 6-0.
Thank you, Mr. Burke.
Thank you. 2.4, discuss and possible take action on ordinance 19-19 on a first reading, an ordinance amending the City of Springfield Municipal Code by amending Chapter 11, Section 221 entitled Anti-Noise Regulation and Section 225 entitled Public Conduct During Special Events. Do I hear a motion? Alderman Harris made the motion. Alderman Hubbard seconded. Ms. Brickles, will you please read this?
Ordinance 1919, an ordinance amending Title 11, Chapter 2 of the Springfield Municipal Code by amending Section 11-221 entitled Anti-Noise Regulations and Section 11-225 entitled Public Conduct at a Special Event or Parade as set forth in Exhibit A attached. Whereas the Board of Mayor and Aldermen desires to preserve and protect the right to free speech of organizations and individuals guaranteed by the First Amendment to the Constitution of the United States of America, and whereas the City of Springfield intends to promote an environment where the citizens and general public may attend parades and special events free from unreasonable interference from organizations and groups exercising said right. Now therefore be it ordained by the Board of Mayor and Aldermen of Springfield, Tennessee as follows. Title 11 of the Springfield Municipal Code is hereby amended by amending Chapter 2, Section 11-221 entitled Anti-Noise Regulations and Section 11-225 entitled Public Conduct at a Special Event or Parade to read as set forth in Exhibit A attached. All ordinances, resolutions, and policies in conflict herewith shall be rescinded to the extent of the conflict only.
Thank you, Ms. Brickles. Discussion, gentlemen. Yes, sir, Mr. Hubbard.
And I'll be careful on this, but yes, you know, we still have citizens, especially in the, you know, Section A, blowing the horns, and Section B, they just are not good community citizens. And so, you know, we need to deal with that.
Okay. Thank you.
I was careful with words.
Other discussions, gentlemen? No other discussions, questions? Call the roll, please. Would anyone like to change their vote? Record the votes, please.
Motion passes 6-0.
Thank you. 2.5, discuss and possible take action on Resolution 19-18, on a resolution declaring certain properties surplus and authorizing the disposal of such properties. Do we have a motion? Do we have a second? Alderman Hubbard made the motion. Alderman Harris has seconded the motion. Any questions or discussion? Call the roll, please. Would anyone like to change their vote? Please record the votes.
Motion passes 6-0.
Thank you. 2.6, discuss and possible take action on Resolution 19-19, a resolution accepting an irrevocable letter of credit from the developer Root Dev LLC owner Darrell Alder. Do we have a motion? Do we have a second? Alderman Hubbard made the motion, and Alderman Gregg seconded the motion. Discussion, gentlemen. No discussion? Call for the vote. If you'd like to change your vote, you may. Record the votes, please.
Motion passes 6-0.
Oh, I didn't read all this. I missed the second page. 2.6 was in the amount of $53,000 to guarantee the completion of street and drainage and electrical improvements in the Ottowood Estates Phase 2. I am so sorry I did not flip over. I'm sure you had already read that in your
Yes, ma'am.
iPad. 2.7, discuss and possible take action on Resolution 19-20, a resolution refunding 3 bonds. Do we have a motion to discuss? Do we have a second? Hold on, we got technical difficulties.
I don't know what it's saying.
Give us just a moment. We have a motion in a second.
Like all my other stuff, if there's not a next slide.
Okay. Can we move forward to discuss? The motion was made by Alderman Hubbard.
No, that's from the last one.
Oh, that's from the last one,
The
okay.
rest of my stuff is gone.
Give us just a brief minute. We haven't been using this but one other month, so we're bound to have technical difficulties. Okay, so while we're waiting for just a second, everybody know what's happening on September the 1st? On the square for the bicentennial. We have a concert at 6 p.m. Shenandoah and Restless Heart will be here. And the gates open at 3 p.m. Come get your seat early. It's going to be a great day in our town to celebrate our bicentennial. I'm sure Ms. Holt, our city manager, would be telling us more about the street closures during her city report. Bear with us. We have some, are you going to be telling about that?
I certainly can. We've got it posted on our webpage and sent out some Facebook notices, but yes, I can do that.
And you will have to bear with us because some of the streets will be closed on Sunday morning when you get ready to go to church. Please forgive us, but it's going to be a great day in our city, so you can get around other streets, I promise. We'll make it work. Yes, sir.
Mr. Mayor, while you got time, I want to thank the Chief of Police and Fire Chief for their assistance in the Branchville High weekend reunion, and Mr. Martin for the use of the center. You know, did a great job, and we appreciate it.
Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you for sharing that with us. You want us to take a break? Or are we going to go back to old-fashioned way?
It's up to you.
I'm driving.
You're welcome to take, you want us to take a 5 minute?
Sure.
Or do you want us to keep rolling?
That's totally y'all's call. If we go back.
What do you think? I mean, what's the guesstimate?
I have a roll call sheet. We can call her on.
Okay.
Yeah. Just roll with that.
We're going to go back to the old-fashioned way of calling the roll. And we will continue with our meeting. Okay, we were on 2.7. Discuss and possible take action on Resolution 19-20, a resolution refunding 3 bonds. Do I hear a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. Ms. Holt?
That's right. And some of you, if you didn't upload your agenda, thank you, today, you might not have all of the information on this, but pretty much what it is from a layman's terms, we had 3 bonds, 2 in 2009 and 1 in 2008, that we can have a savings of over about $375,000 because of dropping an interest rate from roughly 4% down to 1.6%. So we can save that much money. It's not extending the term.
That's awesome.
And it would be $4.815 million that we would be refunding. So that's, I mean, it's a good thing.
That's good.
That's a very positive.
Business sense.
Any questions? We better vote fast so we can get that rate coming.
Claim the money.
Call the roll, please.
Sneed. Harris.
Yes.
Hubbard.
Aye.
Bragg. Schneider.
Aye.
Trotter.
Aye.
Passed 6-0.
Thank you. 3.1, discuss and possible take action on the adjustments of the retail electric rates for the Springfield Electric Department due to a wholesale fuel cost adjustment by TVA. Do I hear a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. Mr. Gardner.
Going down 2% this month, Mayor.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
No discussion? Call the roll, please.
Harris.
Yes.
Schneider.
Aye.
Hubbard.
Aye.
Trotter.
Aye.
Sneed. Bragg. Passed 6-0.
3.2, discuss and possible take action on the adjustments of the monthly gas rates for the Springfield Gas Department. Do I hear a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. Mr. Riddle.
Purchase gas adjustments down 10% this month.
Awesome.
Very good.
I assume there's no discussion. Call the roll, please.
Schneider.
Aye.
Harris.
Yes.
Bragg. Sneed. Trotter.
Aye.
Hubbard.
Aye.
Passed 6-0.
Thank you. 3.3, discuss and possible take action to accept a $25,000 grant from the Boyd Foundation to add various amenities to the Central Dog Park, which is located at Gardner Street. Do I hear a motion?
So moved.
A second. Thank you. This is awesome.
Comment?
I assume there is no discussion since this is a wonderful grant and we are so excited to have this. And I know Mr. Martin wants to anxiously get the new things installed for the dogs. Yay!
I want to compliment.
Yes, sir.
I want to compliment our dog owners, especially on the Greenway portion. They're more obedient and less threatening. So I want to thank our users who bring their dogs for a walk on the Greenway.
Okay, Ms. Holt.
And some of you may know that we had the check presentation last week, so you're probably wondering why we are doing this now, but the board adopted an official policy to accept any type of donation. So that's why we're having to do this now. But last Wednesday, Randy Boyd and the Boyd Foundation came, and we had a very nice ceremony. It was a little hot, but we had it down at the Central Bar for the $25,000.
Is there any dogs present?
Yes, there
Yes.
were.
There was when we cut the ribbon, I knew that.
That's right. And if you haven't been down to the dog park, I would
Oh, it's
encourage
lovely.
you to go down. I love to go down and sit and watch the dogs during my lunch sometimes. It is a refreshing way to eat your lunch and enjoy the dogs in our community.
And it shows that we are dog friendly.
Any more discussion? Call the roll, please.
Hubbard.
Aye.
Sneed. Harris.
Yes.
Trotter.
Aye.
Schneider.
Aye.
Bragg. Passed 6-0.
3.4, discuss and possible take action to approve the I'm pitiful tonight. I am so sorry. Their certificate of compliance for the retail food store wine permit for Born and Raised Market LLC. Do I hear a motion to discuss?
So moved.
Second.
This is another market that will be opening very shortly, Born and Raised Market. Yes, sir?
What's their menu? Sandwiches mostly?
They're here.
It's a deli.
Where's it
Oh,
located?
deli? Okay.
Where's it located?
It's in the triangle.
It's the building Drew Sloan.
Tie shop.
Yes.
Yes, that Drew Sloan owns the
It's
building.
also a part of the CC zoning that we just passed on first reading.
Randy's though is going up towards, so.
And the owners are here.
Yes, and they would love to talk to you tonight, and they will be opening shortly. And
You guys don't? Yeah.
this is another great way to support local businesses here in Springfield. Any more discussion?
Proud of you owners. Knock it out of the park.
Call the roll, please.
Harris.
Yes.
Trotter.
Aye.
Schneider.
Aye.
Gregg. Hubbard.
Aye.
Sneed.
Aye.
Passed 6-0.
I did have a question. My
Sure.
verification. A wine permit, is that the same? Is it just wine? I mean, is that like a mixed drink? Is it all in there together?
Ms. Holt?
Well, the state handles the liquor, but this is a requirement that Ms. Crockett could probably answer why.
Just for the wine, and then they're also applying for a beer
Beer
permit as
permit.
well.
Okay.
Is this what we do,
Like a grocery store.
just like the grocery stores?
Okay.
Because we did a grocery store last month, did we, I believe, for a wine permit?
I have no problem. I just wanted to understand the legal.
Oh, no, thank you, Alderman Harris, for asking the question. And thank you for choosing Springfield. 3.5, discuss and possible take action to ratify the emergency purchase of underground cable and steel pole in the amount of $17,263.95 for the Sleepy Hollow substation. Do I hear a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. Any discussion? Call the roll, please.
Trotter.
Aye.
Hubbard.
Aye.
Schneider.
Aye.
Sneed.
Aye.
Gregg. Harris.
Yes.
Passed 6-0.
Thank you. 3.6, discuss and possible take action to approve a change order to the Morris Wall construction contract for the Electrolux Access Road Natural Gas Relocation Project to install an additional 780 linear feet and 6-inch gas main. The amount of the change order is $88,828.93, making the new contract $509,993.81. Do I hear a motion?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you. Discussion.
It's really looking great back there. Yeah.
It's amazing what Electrolux is doing. If you haven't driven out to look at what they're building, you need to go see it.
Is this money that they're paying out or?
On this one, the gas department's taken care of. The last change order, Electrolux paid, but this is a benefit to the whole system as far as linking all the 6 inches and removing a portion of the 4
What
inch.
basically happened is when we had to relocate their metering facility to the west, we got away from our 6 inch and now they're tapping on 4 inch, and there's a bottleneck in between there where we're relaying the 6 inch. So, and they're increasing their capacity 1.5 times. So it's in our best benefit to go ahead and install the 6 inch now.
At some point you have to.
More than adequate capacity to supply them and whatever else happens north of there.
Okay. Thank you.
Any other discussion, questions? No other discussion? Call the roll, please.
Sneed.
Aye.
Harris.
Yes.
Hubbard.
Aye.
Gregg. Schneider.
Aye.
Trotter.
Aye.
Passed 6-0.
3.7, discuss and possible take action on an amendment from Gresham Smith and Partners, contract task order 3A for flowing monitors in the amount of $86,140. The new adjustment task order 3A amount will be $1,206,448.55. Do I hear a motion?
So moved.
Second? We got a second? Yes?
No.
Yes.
Mr. Gregg. Thank you, Alderman Gregg. Any discussion? No discussion? Call the roll, please.
Harris.
Yes.
Schneider.
Aye.
Hubbard.
Aye.
Trotter.
Aye.
Sneed.
Aye.
Gregg. Passed 6-0.
Thank you. 3.8, State Form CT-0253, a report on debt obligations, which report on the $59,400 cash lease agreement for the taser equipment that was issued June 30th, 2019. No action is required. We don't need a motion we just need to put that on our records. 3.9, City Judge Annual Review.
So move.
Thank you.
Second.
Any discussion, gentlemen, on this City Judge Annual Review? Ms. Holt has put in your packet. Is there any discussion?
He's doing a fine job.
Thank you. Anyone else?
What do we pay the city judge a year?
What are you getting now? Is it 800 a month?
It's 900.
900. 900.
Our city judge, Gary Dillahay, is present with us. Thank you, Gary, for everything you do.
Well,
You do an excellent job.
We'll go with what you said, 800.
Sorry about that.
She just cut his salary. I know when you're down here for traffic court, the room is full, and I have observed what a good job he is doing with that court.
From reading the report, he's doing a very excellent job.
Any other discussion before we move on? No other discussion, we'll move on to 3.10. Discuss and possible take action to approve a professional service contract with Los Design to provide engineering design and implication for the LPRF grant for Phase 3 development at the Martin Luther King Park. Do I hear a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, discussion?
That park is really,
Is this Greenway or is this what?
no,
Okay.
this is.
This
Hold
is-
on, Ms. Holt's going to
This
answer.
is for the Martin Luther King Jr. Park, and this is a part that we got the $500,000 LPRF grant. Mr. Lee Davidson is here from Los Design, but what this board in March of 2018 approved Los Design when we submitted we did an RFP back at that time, and when we submitted the application. So they have already been approved, and this is just to finalize it. The work's getting ready to be done. We're just now going through everything to start getting the money.
Little technicality.
And this is for a further expansion of the park or what?
This is for the next phase. I think we're calling it Phase 3. It's what we had budgeted, 1.3 million, 800,000 in this year's budget to be funded by the city, and 500,000 to be funded by the grant.
And what will be in this next phase?
It's, well, Mr.
Mr.
Martin
Martin.
can. It's
Mr. Martin, will you come to the
playground,
mic?
walking
Get up and argue
trails.
your point, Mr. Martin.
It's not an argument.
It'll be an all-inclusive playground. It will also be a poured-in-place padding underneath the playground so the kids can transition from the splash pad to the playground. There won't be no wood chips. It'll also be a trail. The distance, I'm not real sure exactly what the distance is of the Greenway Trail that'll take place, concrete, 8 foot wide, and it'll also be 2 multi-purpose fields. There'll be a bleacher area that we can add some more tables, a shade structure area in the tot zone in the playground area, and also a bleacher area in between the 2 multi-purpose fields.
Okay. And I have a question for you while you're there then. So I hear nothing but good reviews on the splash pad other than 2 or 3 complaints about they think a parking lot needs to be closer. So I don't know why they don't want to walk from one to the other, but will there ever be another parking lot in that area?
Yes,
Planned?
that's part of the plans in the future. My phone calls are, they don't want a parking lot, they want an Olympic-sized swimming pool next to the splash pad.
And one other question too, on this playground area. Will this particular playground encompass for the handicap also?
Yes.
Or so that is in the
Yes,
plan?
yeah.
Okay.
It has several features that,
Area for those that are
yes.
wheelchairs or whatever
Yes.
that may be able. for
yeah,
playground.
also autistic.
Good.
It'll have some
I
touchy.
knew we had talked about that personally.
Yes.
I didn't know if that was in this phase.
Absolutely will.
So very much needed.
Yes.
Very much.
Thank you.
Yep.
Other questions while he's at the mic? Mr. Hubbard?
Can I compliment him? I mean, I'm out there, hey, you and your crew works very hard and you're really keeping those parks up to,
They work hard.
Has your splash pad attendance been what you thought, more or less?
Yes, it was exactly what we thought, and then when school started back, it went down obviously, except for the weekends.
But no major complications other than right at the beginning?
Right.
Thank you.
anything's going to be on the beginning.
There's always kinks that we have to work out. Thank you. That has been a great hit for our city, having that splash pad in that park. So I am so glad that people are getting out to see that park. And a lot of people didn't even know that that existed. Other discussion? Call the roll, please.
Harris.
Yes.
Trotter.
Aye.
Schneider.
Aye.
Gregg. Hubbard.
Aye.
Sneed.
Aye.
Passed 6-0.
Thank you. 3.11, discuss and possible take action to approve a professional service contract with Community Development Partners, LLC, to provide a grant administration for the LPRF grant for the Phase 3 development at the Martin Luther King Park. Do I hear a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. No discussion?
This is the same process. This board approved it in March of 2018. Same thing as with Lowe's Design. One was engineering and one was administration.
Thank you for the clarification, Ms. Holt. No discussion? Call the roll, please.
Trotter.
Aye.
Hubbard.
Aye.
Schneider.
Aye.
Sneed.
Aye.
Gregg. Harris.
Yes.
Passed 6-0.
Thank you. 3.12, discuss and possible take action on an agreement with Carroll Croft and Associates to amend the contract for acquiring easements for Phase 2C of the administrative order on consent. Do I hear a motion?
So moved.
How about a second?
Second.
Any questions? No questions? Call the roll, please.
Sneed.
Aye.
Harris.
Yes.
Hubbard.
Aye.
Gregg. Schneider.
Aye.
Trotter.
Aye.
Passed 6-0.
3.13, a request by Alderman Sneed to discuss the airport operations related to the proposed flight school. Do I hear a motion?
So moved.
Do I hear a second? No second? It fails for a lack of a second. 3.14, a request by Alderman Sneed to discuss property for the fire substation. Do I hear a motion?
So moved.
Do I hear a second? No second? No second, it dies for a lack of a second. Moving on to our consent doc, 4.1. Legacy Golf Course request for the approval to purchase a Ventrac 4500Z tractor with attachments in the amount of $36,688.85, utilizing the state contract from Lades of Memphis, Tennessee. Do I hear a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. Any discussion? Call the roll, please.
Hubbard.
Aye.
Sneed.
Aye.
Harris.
Yes.
Trotter.
Aye.
Schneider.
Aye.
Gregg. Passed 6-0.
Ms. Holt, our city manager's report.
Okay, well, we've got several good things going on. We finally got a notice to proceed for the Batson Boulevard extension. So as you all know, this has been going on a long time. So a notice to proceed is big, but it doesn't mean construction will start tomorrow. It's still several months out. Maybe we'll just say spring, but it could be before that. But notice to proceed, that's good news. And we were speaking about the splash pad earlier. Mr. Martin has decided to keep it open until September 23rd.
Oh, good.
So we've extended that because of the success.
Can you tell us the hours now since school has gone back?
10 to 8.
10 to 8. Okay.
And then I'm sure you all have noticed the work on Memorial Boulevard where they're doing the sidewalk, making them ADA compliant. That's TDOT doing that work. And the reason they're doing it is when they resurface the road, they have to take care of the sidewalks. And so once they finish the sidewalk work, they're going to resurface Memorial Boulevard from Greenbrier up to 431 or wherever the improvements stopped when they did the intersection. So that's, we're excited that they're finally going to be doing that.
You know of any
They're taking those dangerous holes that you have between.
When they do the resurfacing, they will take care of all of that.
What
yes.
about, do you have any knowledge of, like, in front of KFC or the Parks Place or all these other homes? You heard anything?
In the past 2 weeks.
Well, yes. Yeah, I don't know if they're going to take care of that, but I would think they could. They should. Then we also got the good news where the EPA approved our 2-year extension for the AOC. So this is huge. And the mayor signed the letter tonight, so we will send it back, and we certainly hope that in 2 years, we will be through with ever talking about this administrative order on consent. So that's great news. And the last thing is, the mayor mentioned earlier, the bicentennial concert. Yes, we're going to have road closures actually starting on Saturday afternoon. So it's a big deal. Staff has spent an inordinate amount of hours. We meet weekly. And we'll have South Main Street and North Main, Main Street from 4th Avenue down to 8th closed. And then from South Main Street to Locust. So, and we're starting the perimeter on Saturday afternoon. The stage goes up on Saturday, August 31st. So once we do that, we have to have barricades, which means we have to keep a secure area, and people will not be able to get in. So we are working with churches, with banks, retailers, trying to accommodate everybody's schedule. And so it's been challenging, but it's been fun because it's for a great cause.
At some point, it'll be closed from Memorial up to
No, it will not be. No, we're just keeping it all. The concert is actually going to, the back of the stage is going to be facing 5th Avenue. So it'll be going straight down South Main Street to 8th.
Where will the food trucks be?
Food trucks are going to be on West Court Square. There are going to be 12 food trucks, so they will all be in one location over there. And then we're going to have a merchandise table to sell items from the 2 groups as well as the bicentennial items. So
5th Avenue will remain open?
It will, except during the concert itself. We have to keep the traffic flowing, but the state did give us permission to close just from Locust to Main Street during the concert time. And we have, besides Shenandoah and Restless Heart, we had put in the contract that there would be the possibility for an acoustic act, solely acoustic, to open the show. And now we can say that Buzzy Poole will be doing the acoustic set. And just Buzzy by himself, go in, plug, play, and leave.
What time will that start?
The concert starts at 6, which means Buzzy will start at 6.
Okay, he starts at 6.
6:02, I think we've got Buzzy's schedule. So 6:02 after the general announcement. So
it's going to be an exciting weekend. I hope you will all come out, and I know that all the department heads, Ms. Holt, Mr. Martin, everyone has been meeting to make sure that this is a great event for our city. It's lots of hours have gone into making sure that this will be a safe environment. Do know it will be just like the Titans games. You will have to have a clear bag if you're coming in through security. This will be a secured environment, so bear with us. It'll take us a few minutes, but I promise it's going to be a fun night of food trucks and music. Any other thoughts?
Need to pray for good weather.
It's going to be good weather. We're ordering up. All prayers on Sunday for good weather. Meeting is adjourned.